Do you want me to do it?
No, I can do it. I need practice anyways for when we do shit. Welcome to another Webcomic Addicts. I'm Disco Dinosaur with my co-host, bitch.
So, this is Natalie,
It's 'cause
Hernandez Karen.
you did that joke last time. You can't do it
I was
again.
gonna say Sharkeisha, but I was like, I already said Sharkeisha.
Oh my gosh. But the two webcomics we'll be reviewing is Under the Oak Tree and Father, I Don't Want This Marriage. And they're both ongoing.
Oh, they're both amazing.
Both. I love the contrast between the two we pick, actually. It
Yes, I
actually
love it.
picked a good contrast in two. So we'll be starting with Under the Oak Tree. Do you want me
This
to
is my
talk about it, or you want to talk about it first?
personal favorite. Personal favorite.
I love it. It's still a pretty good one.
Oh my God. So the plot is about Maximilian. You just call her Maxie because that's her nickname in the
That's such a guy's
comic,
name too.
right? I like Maxie. That's a cute name.
I know.
Who is a stuttering daughter of a duke, married off to a knight named Riften. But after their wedding, he has to go off for an expedition, and 3 years later, he comes back for his wife. So,
The author and artist
this.
is
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Kim
Yeah.
Soo-ji and Namu.
Namu? Yeah.
Yeah, and you can find this on Manta Comics. So far, it's the only place I can find it. It's
Yeah.
not anywhere else. It's a little bit not smutty, but it's a little bit.
It's suggestive,
This is a
is the
fantasy
word for it.
romance too. We should start probably telling what kind of genre these are. We keep forgetting
Yeah,
that.
these are. It's a fantasy romance, and it also is a light novel. I've read it. Parts of it.
um,
The. Go ahead.
do you want to talk about art first, or you want to talk about characters, or
No, you can talk about the art.
okay? Blah, blah, blah. I really like the art in this one. It's very like warm
Yeah.
tones and cool. Not cool tones, more warm tones, and versus the very bright and colorful other things. Because usually a lot of them are very like bright, a little too
hmm
over colorful, in a lot in my sense.
This one's it's just like not crazy, if that makes any sense.
They don't try to overly dress. I can't say the word I want to say, but anyhow, that's the usual me.
Over contrast, is that what you're trying to say?
No, not over exaggerating things too. Like it's not like oh, this like when you look at Maxie, she's not like brilliantly shining like every time she's smiling. You know how they
Yeah.
add all the
That's
flowers and shit around them.
hmm
But I like the more subtle things, like makes it seem a little bit more, not realism, but a little bit more down to earth.
Besides the flaming red hair that she has.
It's so beautiful. I love the flaming red
And
hair.
she is one of the cutest characters ever.
She is.
I love her so much.
She's very cute. And I
She's
love
just
her development too. I always love good character
hmm
developments. You know me.
Oh my God. Her development is so great. Like in the beginning, she's like very quiet, and in the first like 3 chapters, there's already signs of like abuse, sadly. This isn't really a spoiler because it's literally within the first 5 chapters, and I don't consider that a spoiler if it's a base story. So she was like abused a lot by her father because she wasn't the prettiest, she wasn't the smartest, and she had a really bad stutter. And the dude kind of married her off just to like like get her out of the way, get her off of her hands, because he had a daughter that was like another daughter that he was like that was his favorite.
That's just like the perfect daughter to him.
hmm And she was kind of like cast aside. She was, just not wanted.
Yeah,
She didn't live
I
up
like they
to his
highlighted her
standards.
like her speech impairment because she does have one from
hmm
stuttering. This is not a spoiler either. She
Yeah,
continues
it's
to
not.
have it. I'm glad they don't like fix it right away. It's not because she's shy or anything, just her natural thing.
Yeah, and it's cute. It's endearing as well. Cause like she tries her hardest not to stutter, and then like when you read it, it's just like, oh,
Poor little baby boy. I mean, girl.
I love you, girl.
Rifton's a soft boy though,
Oh my God.
but also hard boy.
With her only. With her only. He he's just she's so tiny.
She
Let's
is.
just put that.
Or Rift
She's
is just
very tiny.
overly like.
No, no, no. Just in general, she's very small.
Mm-hmm.
Like when she was with like the other people in the comics, she was just compared to everybody else, she's just super tiny.
She was.
So with with what is it called?
Ruth?
With her, no, that's he's later. With her, she is just very tiny compared to Riften when they first like meet. He had to leave on their wedding night, and they never got to like
Mm-hmm.
consummate their marriage. So he came back 3 months later, and he's just like, "Yo, what's up, girl?" And she's terrified of him.
Mm-hmm.
She's fucking terrified of him. She's just like, "Oh my God, he's gonna kill me."
It's just like, oh god, he's gonna be angry at me because she thinks
Yeah.
everyone she like downs herself a lot and everything,
Mm-hmm.
and it
I think it's
sucks.
another reason why I like her because she's like a lot of the girls that you see, like they're insecure, yeah, but they're not like I hate myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I relate to that a
I
lot.
think we all relate to that.
Yeah.
That's probably why.
It's nice. It's I mean it's not nice to see it, but it's just nice to see that it's,
It's
brought
always
up in comics.
I always like in my theory. I think it's always good to have the characters more relatable to people than non-relatable because you feel more connected to the characters, and I think that's why
Yeah.
we feel a lot more connected to Maxie.
Hmm.
Because that's always like my way of always trying to make a character is always make them a little bit relatable. That's why I always think like what do they like and all that stuff. I'm weird. I like my characters good.
No, 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 it's fine. It's good to have like a connection with the characters because you really like them. You really like pay attention to the
Mhm.
detail of the story. You just really get into it. And I've seen like people say, "Oh, I don't like this comic because of dot 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 because the communication isn't good." It was just like, yeah, but she's trying her best
Mhm.
to close that communication
And
gap in
that's
the best way that she can.
and it's reflecting on real life things because a lot of people don't have good communication skills, especially right now
Yeah.
when everything's online. It kind of takes away our
Hmm.
communication skills in real
And
life.
she can't help that she stutters. She's trying to fix her stutter, but I'm assuming getting rid of stutters are super hard.
I think it sticks with you sometimes too. Like
Hmm.
you can't help it. Some things.
It's just kind of like annoying when people are just like, "Oh, the communication." It's like, yeah, she can barely talk,
Mhm. It's
but she's trying, which is a good thing.
it's fine. She's fine the way she is.
And with Riften, he's very protective of her. Like he's just like, no,
And very
he's
patient
just
with
like,
her.
don't touch her. Yes, very patient.
Mhm.
He's just very sweet with her, and I love that.
I do like Ruth too. He's kind of patient with her, but at the same time, he wants
And
to
then
help her.
he just blows up too at the same time
Yeah,
sometimes.
but that's just him. He's like that with everyone, not just her.
But he also doesn't sleep.
Yeah, like he's a nutbag, like the rest of us.
Oh, Ruth is a
The court mage.
his yes, for mage.
Yeah.
Oh, and Riften is also like the captain,
Oh
like
yeah.
the knights. Well, we forgot to add that in there.
Mhm.
So, should we go to spoiler time?
Yeah, pretty much because we did talk about the story at the same time.
Spoilers.
Wait,
Spoilers.
come here, chicken.
Oh my God, you found it.
I had it for a while. I just haven't been messing with people at work with it. Anyway, I like this as like a light smut, not like so ranchy. Because sometimes I like more lighter things, like at least
Ranchy, you mean raunchy?
yeah. But I like calling it
Too
ranchy.
much ranch.
Exactly, I like it. I like saying ranchy instead of raunchy.
It's
Raunchy
funny.
sounds weird, but I like ranchy. Ranchy. Give me some more ranchy on my salad.
More ranchy on my salad. I'm dead.
Oh my god! I gotta do story time about the Latusa lady.
Oh God. This later, but with a spoiler time.
Um,
Okay, so they ended up, consummating their marriage or
a
whatever
lot.
that after he got
It
yeah.
happens. He's like, I'm ready. I've been gone for 3 years
He
plus.
true. And he's just I guess with Maxie, she's still really afraid of him, but she's starting to warm up to him as the story progresses, and the
Also, when
story
he did,
progresses really well
yeah, and when he declares his
because
love, like I fell in love with you at first sight. Like he already knew, like right away, that he wanted to marry her.
hmm
That's who he wanted. He loved her a lot. Like before
I get
he fully knew her. which
And I feel
is
so bad because she like views herself as like a burden, and she's not.
that's her
It's just
father's fault.
all of that, like,
Mm-hmm.
like mental abuse that she went through, like verbal abuse that she went through as a child really fucks her up.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's why Ruth and Riften are both patient with her because I think they
Hmm.
both realize that because she has a speech impairment, she's very no one's
Yeah.
patient enough with her and everything.
It's just like what is it called? So they get to okay, so actually he kind of stole Maxie away from the Duke's house. He just
Oh
kind of took
yeah,
her and dipped and
he's
then
like,
went
"What are you
back to his
doing here?"
castle.
He's like, "Come back! You gotta
It's
come
like
back.
you're my wife.
You're supposed to be
You're
at the
my wife.
castle." My
Hmm.
wife, you're supposed to be at the castle after we got
So he
married.
so he took her to his castle and she gets there and she's just like, "Wow, it's nice." And and
Yeah.
she's in the back of her head, she's just like, "I'm gonna change everything."
I love how she's learning about like different financials and doing stuff more.
That Ruth's teaching her how to just like be a lady of the house or whatever.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah.
And
Um.
it's just like super sweet because it's she's trying. She like I said, she was never the favorite child, so she didn't learn much of this.
Mhm.
So it was just kind of like, you know,
Exactly. And then
a new learning experience for her. She went there to like, have a obviously a merge with Riften, but she's learning so much in the process. And
and
I
learning to love
do en
herself.
yeah, I do enjoy the fact that they do split like up their lives. Not like split, but like when she's gone or when he's gone, she's doing her own thing. She's not waiting for I mean, obviously she's waiting for him to get home, but she's like learning and fucking
Redecorating the
researching stuff,
castle.
redecorating, like trying to get everybody trying to make it feel comfortable and welcoming and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And they ended up encountering a problem when Riften wasn't home.
Oh
This
yeah,
is my favorite
noble.
part.
Yeah, the noblemen who want to try to take over his land while he's
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah, because they knew that he was like in the capital.
And Riften has a
So,
lot of riches too, from conquering like different
hmm
things and going on killing dragons.
he built an entire wall around his kingdom to keep away like all the monsters and stuff.
Mm-hmm. He's like, fuck
So
you
like
bitches.
because he used to live there and that castle was abandoned for years and years and years and then he bought it when he acquired all of this money and this fame and all this stuff. So he's just like, I'm gonna rebuild my town to its old glory.
Yeah. I'm very tempted to read the light novel now. Because this
Oh
is
my
only,
God,
I
it's so
forgot
good.
this is only up to 35 episodes.
It's only chapter one, but in the light novel where this ends off, it's on like 98.
Ooh, God, God.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
But
season 2 comes out.
also when he comes back, he finds, Max trying her hardest to like tell him like, no, you can't be here, like I'm not gonna give you what you want, you need to leave. And Riften loses his
Well,
mind.
because they attacked the
He is
castle and everything, and she
pissed.
got hurt.
And they hurt her. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just like, I'm gonna kill everybody. He
I'm
goes
gonna
into
kill
like
you,
full
family. He's gonna go conquer
he goes
their
into
area.
yeah, he's just like, if you don't leave right now, he's like, I'm gonna go take your land. He literally went into like full possessive mode. He's just like, you touch her, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
He's like, I'm gonna end your lives.
I love this story. It's like my favorite.
I love it. I don't know, maybe I'm more of a burr man. Or whatever they call
Oh,
that.
what?
A burr man, like muscular man.
A Baraman?
Yeah.
Oh, Bara, yeah.
So I like me
I
a
know what you're talking
good,
about. I didn't know. I was like, what
I
the
like
fuck are
a
you talking about?
bigger, sort of muscular man.
Yeah,
Ready to give our ratings?
5.
5. I think I'll give it a 5 too, because I really enjoyed the story.
I
And it's
really
really
like this one. This is
relatable.
like literally my favorite one.
It doesn't have a lot of chapters right now. It takes work to make a masterpiece.
Hmm.
I mean, it takes time to make a masterpiece.
And I'm happy that the season one at least ended on 35 and they didn't drag it. Because honestly,
I hate
throughout the
stories that
entire thing,
drag.
I didn't feel that they were like, I
They're
didn't
dragging it
feel
out.
like they were, yeah, like I didn't feel like there was like a dull moment.
Exactly.
And I like that a lot.
Oh, baby barf.
Uh,
Thank you. Alrighty, you ready to move on to Father? I Don't Want This Marriage. Another one
This
I
is
hold.
your favorite.
This is like
So
I hold
you
this.
get to talk about it a lot.
I'm not gonna be able to say her name. I think it's Julian. Julian.
Juvaline. That's what I think her name is Juvaline.
We're gonna call her Juvie because I like Juvie. It sounds like a cute little
Juvie
name.
just sounds like prison.
But
Or
I
not
like
prison, Juvie.
Juvie. But I love it. It's such a cute little nickname.
I mean, you can call her Juvie.
Juvie. But Juvie was originally a villain in her own story who gets backstabbed by her own fiance and her father. And before she dies, she gets a second chance and tries to avoid her past mistakes. That's the best way to describe it without ruining too much.
Mm-hmm.
The author and
Oh,
artist.
you also
Yeah.
wait, say that. Oh, never mind. I had a brain fart.
The author slash artist is Wow and Yuri Hong Hisu. Maybe I'm terrible at saying this.
Let me read this. Where is it? Roll, Yuri and Hong Hisu.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yuri. Whoops.
yeah, Yuri on ice, bitch.
Yuri on Ice.
That's
But,
how
you can find us on Tappy Toon. This is also an ongoing story, and I think at the moment when we're recording this, it's at 52 chapters, probably more. Still in progress.
Mhm.
All right, you ready?
Yup. This is your story. You go ahead. I went all off on my thing. It's your turn. Pop up, sis.
I really like the actually these are two good contrasting because this one has very cool tones, the other one has warm tones, like I said in the beginning.
Yeah.
This one's very cool tones. I kind of like that about the story because the art, even though this one's a little flashy, I still enjoy it a lot because it's very like the very like cool tones, and I don't really see a lot of artwork that's like with that kind of palette. And
Yeah.
I think it brings out more of his own characteristics in Juvie because she has like white hair and like purplish bluish eyes.
She's
I
also
think
very pretty.
she is.
Her dad's hot.
Oh well, he's a dope.
Riften's also very hot. I like Riften more. Riften's hot.
Yeah. Basically, Juvie is a introvert, which you find out later on in the story. It's not really a spoiler.
She's what?
She's an introvert, like most of us.
Oh, introvert?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, for sure.
She also learns I forgot what I was gonna say. My notes are always messed up because I just write what I think. I like Juvie a lot because she was originally. It's not like some people get reincarnated into a villain and they change their villain streak. She was actually a villain originally and goes back and learns she did everything for nothing. So without spoil time. And then I love Maxie. He's very he's kind of like Rifting. He's like a hard boy, but like just does have no social skills at all.
He really doesn't.
He has nothing. And their father, I love her father. He's such a loving, caring father, but he has to do what he has to do. But he's also a dilf I want to fuck.
Oh my god.
I love him. He's so hot.
He is.
You can't disagree with me.
You can't even tell. Like, he's like
The
older.
father.
He just looks the same. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
he's like timeless. So I'm like, damn. Hello, Juvie. I'm gonna become your new stepmom.
I like how you put in the notes her father's dill.
Yeah, that's what he is. So he's a dad I want to fuck.
Oh my god.
I like the story a lot. It is kind of dragging out right now, so it's just that's one thing.
It really does feel like that. I feel like they like
though even as dragging out, it's showing like her character development and her like learning more to be less of a villain.
Yeah. I feel like with this right now, like at this current moment in time with the chapters, I'm just kind of like annoyed with it.
Yeah,
in a way, because I'm like, it started off real strong, real great. Everything was moving at a great pace, and then now it's just kind of like, all right, we're gonna extend it again. We're gonna extend it again. We're gonna extend it again. Like they're putting too much detail in stuff that doesn't need too much detail. Like it's already chapter 50, and there should be something that should already be explained already by now.
Yep.
And it hasn't been.
Yep. And
without giving them too much detail, obviously, I'm trying to like keep it.
I do like the moments of her building up and her social interactions and like the little scenes showing off her father and stuff, like his reactions and why he's doing everything. Kind of makes it understandable. And I will be talking about a theory I might be more right in spoiler time.
Okay.
But I'm hoping it picks up the pace. You know why I love this story so much? It's because the ending credits the author puts in.
I love
They're
them. I love that.
so
It feels
adorable.
like a what is it called? A novela, if you know what that is. Like, like a
I feel like
fuck.
it's like a recap almost.
Like a drama outro. Like a Korean drama outro is what I feel
Yeah,
like I'm
that's
reading
what it
whenever I
feels like
read
a
that stuff.
outro, like a good outro, and I love that. And I kind
It's
of
just
want
like
to do
who
that for
what's
my
gonna
own
happen
comic.
next? Find out. And I'm just like, oh shit, I want to find out.
And I love how it changes to the title. She changed the title at one point, saying, "Daughter, I don't want this marriage."
Yeah.
I love the little things they do, and it's so adorable. I love it. So let's move on to spoil time, so I could spoil everything for everyone.
The tea, sis, it is boiling.
Mm-hmm. But like I said before, I just love Juvie becoming less of a villain at the same time, but showing that she wasn't really a villain. She was just an introvert who didn't really know how to interact
How
with
to
people.
express her
And she
emotions.
loved her fiance so much that she would do anything for him and get
He's a
jealous.
piece of shit.
And yeah, he's a piece of shit. He literally dumps her for the crown princess, who's
Yeah.
also the real villain of the story.
Mm-hmm.
She's a bitch too, and I hate her.
It's kind of like you see these types of stories on like on a rare occasion because it's isekai, but not really
Hmm.
because she wasn't from like a different like alternative universe. She's from the same universe, but she just got a second chance.
Yeah, and I do like these kind of stories more because them going back and having a second chance. Um, I think it's a lot better, and I like that they're doing like a villain like rehash for
Hmm.
Juvie, and she's learning and all this stuff, and I like her relationship of with Maxie right now and stuff like that.
Oh my God, Max is so hot.
He is hot, very antisocial
I
boy.
don't know who to choose. I don't know who to choose. There's just too many hot men.
Mm-hmm.
What was her boyfriend's name? Her name was her Mikael or something.
Yeah, it's like Mikhail.
Mikael
I
Myers.
love how she right away doesn't try to change her mistakes for him. Just like, I should just avoid this motherfucker. It's his
She
fault.
literally dumps him, and she's just like, okay, and he's just like, what?
Yeah, because
You
she.
can't dump me. Like
Exactly.
it's not allowed.
She
And she's
literally
just like, well,
yeeted
I
that
did.
asshole. Was like, get out of my life, brah.
He's just like, you can't dump me, and she's just like, watch. And then she
Mm-hmm.
did.
For people who are
And
reading the story, like, my theory is the original timeline. She gets thrown into jail because she gets blamed for trying to poison the crown princess, which apparently she
mhm.
didn't do. And I know the emperor probably set it up because the emperor has like a hold on her dad and is using her as leverage. I think
Yeah.
originally they threw her in that cage and he gave her the sword not to kill herself, but to defend herself while he was going to try to keep her there, to protect her. It's better be in jail to protect her because he is
Yeah.
a loving father who's doing everything to protect his daughter. He like loves her to death. Like
Oh
it.
my God. He just doesn't know how to show his emotions. That's the thing. He
Well,
presents
it's not
himself as a
that
hard ass,
he just can't
and he
show her
just
right
doesn't want to
now.
hurt her.
Yeah. I think he just doesn't want to show her right now because the Emperor will see that as
Their
a
relationship
weakness.
is so cute.
It is.
And the one thing that I didn't like about like when it like in the earlier chapters, like when this first came out, when she bought like her dad these like cufflinks, and they were like,
Hmm.
"Oh my God, she's dating somebody," and I'm just like, just tell them they're for your dad. Like it's been 30 chapters and it's a literal present for your dad, and then they're like, "Oh, she gave him to her dad. That means she probably the dad probably is trying to cover her up." And I'm just like, "Oh my God."
Well,
It's
I
like,
think
shut the
she
fuck
didn't
up.
realize that people all thought she's buying it for a boyfriend. I think it was someone else who spread that. It was a rumor, and that's why it's like, what the fuck?
Mm.
It was more of a rumor than like she didn't know and couldn't say anything. And she's like, what the fuck you all going on about? And then you realize she's just an introvert. Introvert.
Yep. With Max,
Hmm.
he's very like it's my way or the highway, and with her, she's learning. She's like, no, sweetie, it's either you
It's
gotta compromise.
yeah, bitch. And that's how most relationships should be. It should not be. It doesn't have to be always like 50
Hmm.
50, but sometimes you gotta compromise.
Yep. With him, Max, it's just I think their relationship is very cute because he also presents himself as like they're just tsunedaris. That's what they are. That's
Yeah,
what they are.
two
They're like,
Chisondes
oh,
love
I
each
don't
other.
like you, and they're like, oh fuck, I like her.
Yeah, and I think she's starting to realize she's liking Max more, but doesn't
Hmm.
realize. that he's the crown prince. By the way, he's the crown prince.
Yeah, he's the crown prince, and she just doesn't know, and I don't understand how she doesn't know at this
Well,
point.
because the crown prince, he always wears armor around people, so he can sneak off and try to kill. He wants to kill the emperor because he hates his father.
Yeah, that I know.
His father's a total dickwad who's like a weak little
Oh my gosh,
bitch.
he's such a piece of shit.
He is. I just don't like him. And I can't wait the day
Everyone
that
in the club
the
hates
Dilf
that man.
and kills him. I just want him to kill him. So bad. But wait, ready for rating time?
Hmm?
You ready to give our ratings?
Ratings.
I do give this a 4.5 for the slowness.
You said a 4.5. I think I'm gonna give it the same. Just because it's getting... I don't want it to get repetitive, because I really like this story.
And I don't like that about a lot of stories. It just keeps going, like... that's why the other one I want you to read gets like that. I just want you to read so you can see my pain. It was so good. I binged like 98 episodes, and after that, it just started dragging. I'm like, son of a bitch, wow.
Just end already.
You're
like,
gonna end this like three times ago. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Anyway,
yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4.5, just because... Yeah, the dragging is just kind of getting annoying.
I hate that about stories. But I hope you guys...
You find this on Tappytude.
Oh yeah, Tappytoon. I'll put that link down below. And if you guys have any suggestions, you know how to tell us. Comment.
Leave us in the comments.
Yeah, you can check in TikTok too and leave suggestions too.
Yes, check out her TikTok.
Yeah, where it just does a rating scale. So if you want to avoid complete spoilers, don't have to look at the timestamps down below. You just go check out the TikTok. We just rate them on there.
Yep.
But that is it for that. I don't know what we're gonna do for next episode, so get in it, bitches. There's associated chemical